Welcome to the Flora Sage Podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. I want to share with you something that is so important, and we were talking about this today in my 1 Degree Shift tribe, and think that it is so relevant for us in our society nowadays. Love your life, not theirs. Where did this come from? So, in our 1 Degree Shift tribe, we are in the middle of doing a 10-day Declutter Extravaganza. We're doing a 10-day declutter challenge, but I like calling it an extravaganza because it's fun. And some of the people are posting all the before and after pictures and all this other stuff. Well, today we had our group coaching, and several of the ladies said that they don't want to show their before and after pictures because when they show their after pictures, they're like, I still feel like that my house isn't like cute and it's like dark and it's small, and they've got all these excuses why they don't want to post their after pictures. And we dove deep. We did a deep dive into standards and into what's right for you and what's right for somebody else. And so I wanted to share some of what we talked about with all of you. So when you are creating your life, when you're weeding out the non-essentials, when you're getting rid of all the bullshit, okay? One of the things that I've been talking about for a long time is to pay attention to your busy. Because a lot of the times, the reason why people aren't doing what they really want to do is because they're like, oh, I'm just so busy, I've got this and that, I just don't have time to do it. So when you pay attention to your busy, and you notice it, and then you can weed out the stuff that is busy work, that is keeping you occupied, that's pulling you away from the life that you want, and you declutter those things from your life, all of a sudden now you actually have the time to learn French, or go on that skydiving trip, or go eat around Italy, or whatever it is that you want to do, or just crochet prayer shawls for your people, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. When you get rid of the busy, then you finally have time to do it. And so during this 10-day declutter challenge, what we've been doing is we've been decluttering our physical spaces. Every day we've been looking at one thing. We've been looking at closets or bedrooms or bathrooms or garages and vehicles or whatever it is. And, like I said, so many of the people are just like, yay, here's my before and after, and some of them haven't been posting it. And so if you feel that that's you, if you feel that you don't want to showcase your life, or that you feel like you aren't satisfied with what you have because of what you see on social media, I want to share something very quickly with you. The whole reason why we declutter, the whole reason why we get rid of the busy is so that you can live your life to the fullest. It doesn't matter what my version of my life is, what my house looks like, what my garage looks like, what my social media feed, whatever. Like, my life is my life, and my life is the way that I love it. And I'm constantly working at trying to tweak it so that it's even better and even more efficient and even less busy, so that I can truly have the time to do the things that I want to do. And so when you're curating your life, when you are looking at and diving deep into the concepts in the 1 Degree Shift book, if you haven't gotten this book, get it on Amazon. The link is in the comments. When you dive deep into your life and your ideals and what you truly want in your life, don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Fuck everybody else. And I say that in a loving way, okay? But your life is your life. Your life is your life. And if you can recognize and get very clear about what you prioritize, what's important to you, what you really value, and you make note of it, like you legit write it down, like, what do I value? What do I find important in my life? What do I want to prioritize in my life? And then look at how you're spending your time and pay attention to your busy, then you can start to weed out those things that keep you away from achieving and having and doing and being the version of your life that you truly want. So oftentimes people have been keeping up with the Joneses, and I really think that we're really in that time in society and in history When people are like, if your last name is Jones, I apologize, but fuck the Joneses. I want my life. I don't want to keep up with somebody else's life. I want mine. I used to really want like this big, huge house and all the land and all this other stuff. Well, I got that, and then I realized I don't want to have to clean this giant house. I don't want to have to maintain the land. I want something simple and small. I want something that's small with lots of windows and airy. I want something that's easy to maintain so that I can just get in, get out, do my housework, and go for a walk, go for a hike, be outside all day, or go travel or do those things. But I don't want to have to spend all this time and all this attention and all this money and energy keeping up all this stuff, when really what I want to do is be outside of the house doing other stuff. You know what I mean? And so when you can get crystal clear on what your dream life looks like and what your ideal really looks like, and you can get really freaking honest with yourself about it, what happens is all of a sudden you really truly start to love your life instead of what everybody else's is. When I go to people's houses that have like these, because I live in Arizona and there's some giant freaking houses here with the landscaping and the water features and all the things. I love visiting other people's homes, but I'm like, you can have it. I'm good with my 1,400 square foot house. And even still, we could downsize even more, And so, but again, that's my ideal. So get really honest with yourself this week, over the next couple weeks. What I want you to do, this is your homework. What I want you to do is look at, where is your busy? What do you really want in your life? I actually have this exercise here in this book. Again, if you don't have this book, click the link in the comments, grab it from Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You can also get an autographed copy from me directly on my website. But give yourself permission to really get honest about, what type of life do I want? What type of life do I want? Do I want a jet-setting life? Do I want to live out of a van? Like some people have like the van life. If you Google like van life, it's crazy. Like some of these vans are so pimped out, it's crazy. It is awesome. You want a mini house? Do you want a mansion? Do you want to work from home? Do you want to work from some giant corporate building? Do you want to work in a nursery? Do you want to be a janitor? Do you want to be the CEO? Do you want to be a landscaper? Whatever it is, what do you want to do? Figure it out. But you got to be honest with yourself, because the thing that I see so often is people will set a goal. Oh yeah, I want this type of house and this type of career and this type of whatever lifestyle, but their heart's not in it, and that's why they're not achieving it. So if you've been trying to achieve some ideal in your life and it's just not happening, this is the time to really sit and ask yourself, do I really want this? Because if you really wanted it, you would have it. All the time, the money, all the excuses are just excuses. If you truly wanted something, you would have it. And I know, trust me, I've been coaching people for over 20 years. People are like, no, but Flora. No, really. Get honest with yourself. What do you really want? What do you want in a house? What do you want in a career? What do you want your relationships to be like? What do you want your financial situation to be like? What are your priorities right now? And your priorities are going to shift and change based on the phase of life that you're in. And so oftentimes people will set a goal, or they don't even set goals. They just kind of go through life kind of haphazardly and then realize, oh shit, I'm like 45 and I still have yet to accomplish this, and this. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So this is your opportunity right now, right here, to get honest with yourself about what type of life do you want. And just pick a couple categories. What type of house do I want? What type of career do I want? What type of hobbies do I want? And so oftentimes people say, I don't have what I want because I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the energy. One of the easiest ways to get your time back is to pay attention to your busy and declutter the stuff that is taking the most of your time. And most, in all the years that I've been coaching, I started way back in the day in 97, I started as a home organizer and someone that helped people like legit declutter their houses. And that is the number one most transformational tool that people can actually do. Is not organize, because if you organize stuff without getting rid of stuff, you're just moving piles and you're going to be in the same situation in 6 months than you were like before you even started. So you want the most massive change, declutter your house. We only use 20% of our things 80% of the time. That means 80% of your house is filled with stuff you don't even use. You're keeping for someday. And I get it. I totally get it. But give yourself permission to start there. Because sometimes when I ask people what they really want, they're like, fuck, I don't even know. I don't even know. And the beautiful thing, this is so cool. The beautiful thing about decluttering your physical space is it gives your body something to do while your mind works out what you really want. And as you're decluttering that closet of things that you've shoved, I'll go skiing one day, and you shove it in the closet. Or I'll knit this sweater someday, but I'll shove it in the closet for now. I'll put these ice skates in here, or I'll put these hiking shoes in here, or I'll put this and that, everything else. You're not going to use something if it's shoved in a closet, I'm here to tell you. And when you start pulling these things out and decluttering them and looking at them, what happens is all of a sudden you start to awaken to your true self. You start to awaken to those dreams that you had, to those ideals that you had for yourself, to those priorities that you had at one time, but then kind of put them to the back burner. And all of a sudden you start to go, oh, shit, I missed this, or wow, why did I stop doing this? Like, what? And something inside shifts when you declutter your physical space. You start to have more space, literally physical space, and you also start to have more time, because everything that you have in your home requires you to manage it. It requires time from you every day. So if you're one of those people that just says, I don't have the time, declutter something, and I can guarantee you're going to start to find little pockets of time. You're going to start to have more and more time. When I started decluttering, I realized I take less time. It really truly takes less time to clean the house. It takes less time to do the laundry. It takes less time to do the dishes, because I have less stuff to manage. Truly. So that is my challenge for you for the next couple of weeks. What I want you to do, ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? What is my dream life? And if you don't know, then I would challenge you to start to declutter your physical space. With the intention of, while you're decluttering your physical space, only keeping what you love and use. With the intention, when you're doing that, when you're decluttering and you're like, all right, I'm going to keep what I love, I'm going to keep what I use. You don't need 20 Tupperware bowls, okay? If you've got a bunch of kids and they all pack lunches and you meal prep, you might need 20, but, you can declutter your towels and your sheets and all this other. I mean, how many sheets do you need? How many towels do you need? Only you can answer yourself that, okay? Only you can answer that for yourself. But when you do this, do it with the intention of asking yourself, what do I really want? What is that dream life that I'm hoping to create for myself? And the answers will come. All these epiphanies, those aha moments, you're going to be like, fuck yes. Yes, this is so good. So give yourself permission this week to do this. All right. And then come back to this video and check in with me. Let me know what aha moments that you had. And better yet, if you want to join the 1 Degree Shift Tribe, that link is also in the comments. Join us for the 10-day declutter challenge. Allow yourself to just declutter all the busy in your life so that you have more space and more time freedom to do the things that you truly, truly want to and are meant to do. So click the link, Number 1, to grab the book. Link number 2, to join us inside the 1 Degree Shift Tribe. I hope this serves you today, and I'm so looking forward to hearing back from you on how this hopefully has helped you shift in your life. Shift in your life, and I will see you back here very, very soon. Mwah! Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. The links mentioned in today's podcast episode are in the show notes.